Welcome to the Semi-Perfect Podcast. It's June. It's the middle of June. It's flippin' hot.
Yeah.
And it's 2021. And stuff's starting to get a little bit more and more back to normal. At least out here. So welcome in. Glad to have you all.
I'm sorry, we have someone in the chat being like, why are they talking? They talk a lot. It's a podcast, man. That's the name of the game.
No,
I saw that too.
The best part is that person that says, I wonder why YouTubers don't respond to anyone. And I'm like, whoa, this is getting meta. Like, dang. But yeah, it is, again, summertime has arrived. We'll be talking a little bit about our weather. How's the weather out where you guys are?
It's hot over here.
Is it?
But it's not like, I guess, Cali hot. I mean, it's just, it's just like, yeah. It's like only like, it's been like 70 and 90 in Maryland.
Is it like humid?
Oh, some days. Like there was one day it was bad. It was really bad. I don't think it's like that most of the time though. Like I had to stop my run because it was like so bad. It was like, fuck, I can't breathe.
Yeah, no, they out here, like when I got into my car, the thermometer read 113.
Oh shit.
But the thing is that I'll always, at least admit to, is that our humidity is like less than 10%. Like it is super dry. Which apparently for those that don't know humidity, like me, that's dry.
Perfect for fires.
Perfect for burning things. But yeah, no, it's been hot, but it's like it's a weird hot where like I feel so bad for anyone that works outside and can't escape this heat.
Yeah.
Like for me, I work in an office, and then I get in my car, which is the most miserable part because I have to wait for it to cool down.
Yeah.
Which means I suffer for 5 minutes. I'm watching these people because there's still a lot of construction happening around, especially near our house, and I'm just like, man, I just do not envy these people. I feel terrible. But yeah, what about you, Paleo? How's the weather where you at?
It's a bit cooler right now because we've had some rain, so it hasn't been as hot, but it was like really hot in the middle of last week.
Because I know California is going through a heat wave right now, but I don't know if that heat wave isn't just California, like if it's the whole country at the moment.
Yeah, because like in the middle of last week, it was like in the 90s.
What was that time in like 2018, right? Like I remember this so vividly, like because I went to that anime expo in like 2018, and then like you were going through a heat wave in California, and that was just uncomfortable because like the air was hot. Like you go outside, the air was just like freaking ridiculously hot. It was like, this is uncomfortable. I don't understand how you people are out here right now and stuff like that. Was just painful. Like it was just.
What do you mean, you people?
Oh,
yeah, exactly. You people. You people.
What do you mean, you people?
I love that line from Tropic Thunder. He's like, for 400 years they use that word to keep our people down. It's like, what are you talking about?
What do you mean, you people? That was a good one. Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, I'm tired of this crap. Robert Downey Jr. could not do that today, but it was so worth it back in the day. That was so good.
Jax, tell me, do you feel like the big differentiator is just like the nuance of knowing what you're talking about and how to like approach it? Like obviously,
yeah, exactly. Because like Tina Fey did it too. Like okay, like it's different if you're doing it for like like trying to be like, oh, this is funny, but like if you're doing it and a bunch of people are like, you fucking idiot, what are you doing? What the hell's wrong with it? That makes it hilarious. Like that's what makes it freaking hilarious is when everyone's calling them out like, you are a fucking dumbass idiot. So like that works. That works anytime.
Anime guy once sent a super chat saying, I work in a cooler year round.
Smart.
That's nice.
Nice.
I'm just imagining like one of those like igloo coolers that you buy like at Walmart, and just all right, walk in, shut the door, lay down. That's me. Hi, Saber.
Y'all remember like the popsicles at your, or the snow cones maybe at your like old school, where it had like a polar bear as the mascot wearing like a sweater and pants, and it's like blue, white, and red. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know
Icy.
exactly what you're talking
Isn't
about.
that icy?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Okay, I think I don't know it formally, but it's a testament to how like certain things can just weasel their way into your subconscious, and you're like, this is familiar, but I don't know where.
I want to point out that I still am a child, and I still get ices. I still get them. I like sometimes 3 weeks ago, I think we were doing one of our big drives to an event, and it was hot on the drive home, and I was like, oh yeah, give me the cherry and the blue and the green apple, and I mix them all up and make it as disgusting as possible, and I'm like, this is it. This is it right here. Nora Mermaid sends in a super chat saying, I work on the beach year round. Everyone's bragging.
Work on the beach year round. So you get to see the sharks and stuff like that?
See the
In Cali?
sharks.
Where she lives at. No, wait. Doesn't Nora live in like Florida?
Yeah, Florida.
So like all the
I
gators
mean,
and stuff like that.
yeah, Florida has sharks too.
Oh,
The
that's cool.
gators-
Do gators and sharks ever fight each other?
That's
Has
a
that
good
been on
question.
camera? Dude, I want to see that now.
I do
Alligator
too.
versus shark.
Do you think that one Animal Planet show
Grab
did
my
that?
water.
Mm.
You know what? Oh, good gracious! It just escaped me. Oh, never mind. Must not have been that important. I apologize.
That's fine.
Mm.
Should we get into food posts, DR?
Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and see the food posts. There's another Jory sends in a super chat saying, I work on the road year round. Everyone just keeps sending in super chats to let us know where you work. This is good. It is. Yeah. Oh, I haven't. Can you go on to? Here, I'm gonna go onto mine, and I'm gonna share that the podcast is on right now.
Okay.
The podcast is on.
So if anybody's new here, this is a thing that we like to do called food posts. People generally
thing.
just before the podcast post their what they're eating or going to eat during the podcast. Let me pull up the social media tags. There we go. It is hashtag SPP Foods. If you have a food post that you would like to share, go ahead and post that with the hashtag SPP Foods at SemiPerfectPod.
See, I'm gonna
Back
just.
up.
There we go. I'm going to just. I tweeted it out.
Yeah.
Just saying. We live, but it also could be read as
We
just
live.
we live.
We live.
We
English is
live.
weird.
Before we officially, before I start to participate, I want to run Lammy downstairs, get some water real fast, and then I'll be here for it.
Run.
Yeah. So
We
we'll give some
live.
people time to get
We
their
live.
food posts
Boy.
in.
Yeah.
Is anybody in our podcast group eating some foods?
Yeah, I posted it.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I
okay.
cooked it like an hour ago, but
Ooh.
I
it
ate.
worked.
Jax, is it okay to go to the movie theater,
Uh-huh.
get a large bucket of popcorn,
Okay.
fill up that bucket of popcorn halfway full of butter,
I just imagine. I just got the image of you saying this. Okay.
get a spoon, and eat it like cereal?
I just see what I imagine. What I imagine is like you going up to the person and saying, "Excuse me, can I get a large bucket of popcorn?" Yeah, sure. And it's like, no, don't put the popcorn in it yet. You walk over to the butter machine, fill it halfway, so it's like just butter at the bottom, and then you go, now do it, and then it's like a soup of just like that. And you just get like a straw and just put it in there. It's just
A big spoon and just go to town. Is that okay, Jax? Is that allowed?
I mean, if you did it like once a week, probably I wouldn't. Like, it's what you do consistently that counts. Like eating bad once a week won't hurt you, just like eating good once a week won't help you.
Okay.
It's like
okay.
what you do consistently. So if you did it like every day this week, I'd
No,
be
no,
like,
no.
Grace,
No,
you need to
it is
stop.
once a
Well,
week.
it's
because
once a week at
Tuesdays.
most. And
Okay, what's-
and I do eat salad almost every lunch to combat it. Saber, this was my question I was raising to Jax. I was asking him if it is acceptable, and hear me out, if it is acceptable to get, a large bucket of popcorn.
No.
Wait. You'll see where I'm going. Fill it up halfway with butter, and then get a big spoon and eat it like cereal.
Oh God.
This all depends on how you want to approach life itself. Do you want to be 90 at a retirement home being like, I could have done that? Or do you want to be looking down on your body as a ghost, eating more buttery popcorn to spin?
At 30.
At 30.
I want
So decrepit.
I want the combo. I want to be the 90-year-old but still doing it.
Right.
But
I've never thought about, my God, actually thinking about butter as like, we're good. We're good here. Never mind.
Milk of a popcorn cereal.
Don't forget to
More
drink the milk at the end.
We got a couple more super
Yeah, it's
chats.
like Kylo Ren. More.
We got a couple more super chats. One from Britt Mullen. I work for the government. It's not cool though. Lol.
It's not cool. Not cool.
And then Drummer Shy sends a super chat saying, "I'll make you the best damn fruit salad race. I work salad prep. My job is food. LOL."
Fruit salad.
Fruit salad.
I eat fruit salad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Every once in a blue moon.
Like,
if
when
somebody
it's-
brings it to a potluck, like a family.
I'll be like,
get-together.
there's apples in this. I'll
Like,
eat
I feel
those.
like that's the only time a fruit salad is actually ever presented in
Well,
front of me.
Well, but like if at a restaurant, if they have a fruit option, isn't that kind of a fruit salad? Because it's usually
Is
like
it-
assortment of
Okay,
fruit.
is there a difference between a fruit bowl and a fruit salad?
Jax? Saber? Someone?
What's the difference between a fruit bowl and a fruit salad?
Yeah.
Well, as someone
Yeah,
who's
Jax,
allergic
tell
and can't eat
us.
the shit. Yeah, exactly. Someone who doesn't eat the
The
shit 'cause I
expert.
will die. Yeah.
Wait, you can't eat fruit?
No, I can-
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I can only eat oranges, lemons, and limes, and grapefruit, but I don't like
Jesus.
grapefruit.
That's
Yeah,
so
'cause,
funny.
like,
It's
I
so funny that you can eat oranges and yet
And Gabe
can't.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're the inverse of each other. It's so funny.
My bad. I
Yeah.
forgot you couldn't eat fruit. Or at least
Oh no,
most
it's all
fruit.
good. Like a fruit bowl is just like literally how it sounds, just a bowl of fruit from what I heard, and then a fruit salad like has other things besides like just fruit in it is from what I've heard or from what clients tell me. I don't know. I just keep that away like kryptonite. Like get that shit away from me. Like I don't.
Wow.
Oh,
Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Hey,
Laura's here.
So
that's me.
Remind me, is Saber back yet, or is he not?
I am back. I'm
Okay. Okay. Well,
Laura,
why
did
don't
you
we?
watch that channel?
Not yet. No,
Oh,
I meant to, and I completely forgot for a while, and now I'm gonna like as soon as this is done, I'm gonna watch a video.
okay, good. Do it. I need you to tell me what you think because it's so good.
Absolutely, and then we can watch it at HomoCon.
Yes. Yes.
HomoCon. Are you having technical difficulties, Sarah?
Yeah, hold on. Does any of those say the background on it? Huh.
Mm.
Weird. Okay, hold on a second. I'm trying to capture my desktop so I can get the tweets up here. Hold on.
Well, while Sarah works her way through that technicality,
Just keep on talking.
I'll just keep on talking.
Excuse me.
What else is
Laura and I watched the house tour video on your
We did.
channel, and we were thoroughly impressed. And seeing that loft area, if that's the proper term, where you have like the setup for Ready Player Dumb. I saw those 3 monitors and how official that looked. I was kind of taken aback, where I was like, "Whoa, they look more official than me." This morning, I bought those vertical, like the little like grip for holding up your monitors, and I bought an extra monitor, and I'm like, I'll be damned if Ready Player Dumb has more computer monitors than Saberspark.org. And
This is true, by the way.
this is very true.
We
And
have
also
a
bought
tech
a
friend.
beard trimming kit and anti-aging cream. You heard it here.
I told him that he should do more skincare.
Mhm.
Yeah, skincare is great.
Cool.
Mhm.
But yeah, the home tour, going up to that area and seeing what you all did with it, especially with the green screen, like, well done.
Thank you.
A lot of trial
Awesome.
and error, but yeah, it worked out.
That's
good.
impressive. Like, good job, like maximizing. Like, I was expecting it to be in a room, though. I have to ask a question because I know you all use lapel mics, so I imagine acoustics aren't that big of an issue because of your microphones.
Yeah, the lapel does help minimize like echo bouncing off of the walls.
Yeah.
One thing that we planned on in the event that it was an issue was to get like the sound padding for the walls.
But actually, the green screen, like once it's all folded out, like it does a really good job of like soaking up a lot of the echoes.
Yeah, because on the other side of that is the big
Is the stairwell,
Is the
which
stairwell.
is what's the biggest like
echo
hurdle.
chamber.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it the way we've had this working, I've actually been surprised because once we moved in here, you know, when there was nothing,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, it's echoing for days.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah, it's empty.
yeah, and then once we got the furniture in, and you know everything else kind of together, even before the green screen was up, it was already kind of padding itself out, and then the green screen kind of was that last touch where it was like, okay, perfect. And it like I like that, like I feel like that railing up there is kind of something that it can be double utilized in the event that someday I mean, obviously I'm not planning on moving anytime soon, but I'm like, well, that could be useful if somebody wanted to use this as like another, I don't know, light block area for some reason. Because it is like designed as the idea was that it's like an entertainment area of sorts. I mean, obviously you could do whatever you want with it. But yeah, no, the weirdest part about this setup was that when we first set it up, we had the TV that it was like up against the wall, and our couch was, you know, basically perpendicular. And as you saw on the tour, we actually turned everything at a 45-degree angle, and it's amazing how much more space we got just from that. So, playing with shapes.
Yeah.
There's an art to it all.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, continue.
Yeah.
I was able to pull up the Twitter screen here. So we're gonna look at our food posts.
But thanks for the compliment.
Thank you, Saber. We've got a food post from Anime Guy 01 saying, I got some bacon cheddar stuffed butter cheeseburgers on pretzel buns with fries and a drink from McDonald's while playing Ace Attorney and watching Rox's stream about men. So yeah, a lot of multitasking here. Playing a video game while watching me and Jeffrey play video games. And eating
Impressive.
a really good looking McDonald's. I know.
Yeah,
No,
where'd
it's
they
just
where'd they
the
sell
drink from-
those?
Is it just the drink from McDonald's?
That's what
or
I
is-
appreciate about Anime Guy is, like, he's like, look, I will make my own burger.
Yeah, but the fries and the drink I think are from McDonald's.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need some fries, you know?
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Not everyone's got time to throw those in the oven when you're working on the grill.
Right.
Man, the description of these burgers every time Anime Guy like gets into it, I'm just
Bacon
like,
cheddar stuffed butter cheeseburgers
Oh.
and pretzel buns.
that's living a good life. And I
That sounds
thought,
so good.
yeah, and here I was worried about my butter popcorn
Butter.
soup.
Looks delicious.
I don't even know what's going on. Nathaniel says, currently having a ham and roast beef sandwich topped with smokehouse cheddar and a blend of marmalade and spicy watermelon jelly.
Whoa.
All on an artisan multi-grain bread. It's probably the nicest looking sandwich I made. It's also quite tasty too. Holy crap, everyone's just like upping their game on these food posts.
Savories? Wow.
Spicy watermelon jelly? Has anyone experienced this?
I cannot say that I have.
I've never heard of it. I've heard of like.
Could you imagine being like, I mean, I had a conversation about this with Laura and some of our friends who were visiting about like to exist in a world where the way to achieve like a really good, like, I don't know, roasted duck, you know, it's out there. just no one's found it yet. Like, so these cavemen are like, I'll have more meat. And it's like, guys, you're missing out. Taco Bell is a thing. It could be. If the right things went into motion, Taco Bell could exist. But nope, you're just wasting your time in these caves. Shame on you.
Taco Bell was literally the lead for evolution. They're like, we need Taco Bell.
The motivator.
I love that. Like that. Just the image of this. Yes. No. To answer your question, I guess it's one of those things where you don't know what you're missing out on until you've tried it. But yeah, like,
right.
Imagine being the guy who made Taco Bell, right?
Mr. Bell himself.
Mr. Bell.
Mr. Bell.
You know,
Miss,
the Chihuahua.
Miss Taco.
Taco Jeremiah Bell.
Taco Jeremiah. That's good. I like that.
Our next.
We got one from Jory saying sesame chicken with broccoli, white rice covered in soy sauce.
That's me.
And has a very special once in a blue moon treat. Race, you might like this, a special edition ale made by Carrie Earnhardt. Grabbed it at a local bar in a few blocks from me.
Jory's always someone that I always get excited about, like at conventions, because one of the people that I usually see wearing NASCAR gear.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whoa.
Chicken
I know.
looks good. Yeah, adventure with attitude. Earnhardt Outdoors.
I did not know Carrie Earnhardt made an ale.
Cannabis ale. Nice. Looks good.
One of them Earnhardts.
Oh, Taylor Bow.
Yep. Taylor says, evening, Semi-Perfect Podcast. Brace the ongoing heat wave to get some sushi and grilled spicy teriyaki for the podcast this evening. Hope all is well, and I look forward to seeing most of you again in August. It's been far too long. Heart.
This also looks very yummy.
Nice.
The sushi, though.
I like
Give me the
Love
teriyaki.
Yeah. You like the teriyaki?
That's quite a meal.
Yeah,
Are my eyes deceiving me? That looks like a lot of food.
it is, but man, I eat all of it.
You know, that's a good point. My work has been I've been very thankful for this. They've been buying us lunches on Friday. Getting catering and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's funny because they recently went to El Pollo Loco and got you get 4 of the sides.
Yeah.
And one of the sides was the mac and cheese. And I was like, oh, wonderful. Mac and cheese. Heck yeah. But then this time around, they're like, instead we're going to get mashed potatoes. And I'm like, I never think about El Pollo Loco for mashed potatoes, but maybe I'm thinking wrong. Maybe it does have that, that chicken meal type of thing with it. So, no. You know what? Now I'm talking myself back into the mashed potatoes. Okay, how about this? Can you guys answer me this? Is coleslaw a salad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I told them. I said we had this whole conversation about how no one eats a salad, and you guys went and said, okay, we'll get coleslaw instead. Dummies.
So my friends and I play a game. I think it's soup or sandwich, where everything can be identified as either a soup or a sandwich. So in that case, coleslaw would be a soup.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I would agree there. That's an interesting game.
I'm not sure if it's soup or sandwich or salad or sandwich. It's one of those two because they're basically the same thing.
Really? Like you said, I feel like soups and salads could be interchangeable.
Yeah.
They both sit in a bowl.
That's
there
true.
You go. Yeah.
Facts.
And you can never get both at the same time because they're the
There's
same
just never
person.
enough.
Salad.
Yeah.
It's always soup or salad.
You never see them together in the same room.
No.
What the hell's a super salad?
Real big.
It's when a salad screams long enough in a sentence. A super salad.
What is a salad or soup?
We got a food post from Nora saying, "Hey, Semi-Perfect Pod, just having some goldfish and drinking water out of my new Disney World tumbler. I had an awesome time at Disney World this past week, but my feet didn't. They ached so much. It was so magical, except for all the lawyers I had to talk to."
Yeah.
Oh,
PanamaMatt of the world.
Oh, that's a cute
Lawyers.
Tumblr. That's really cute. It's got little figurines of like the attractions and stuff inside.
I love this photo.
Adorbs.
Nor just going to work on that straw.
Oh,
Go
look at
fish.
that. Holding Sebastian. With a little My
That's-
Little Mermaid
That's
shirt.
cool.
Oh my gosh, that shirt. The My Little Mermaid shirt.
My Little Mermaid.
Great.
I used to wonder what fish could be.
And then I went under the sea.
That was my Sebastian impression.
We're glad you had fun at Disney World.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then we have Brett saying, "Hey, Semi-Perfect Podcast. It's been a
Sorry.
It's been a while since I've listened in. I'm working on art and munching on peanut butter pretzels, and I have some Baja Punch to try. Hope y'all are well."
Am I the only one who thought that was ravioli?
No, you are not.
First glance, it totally does look like it would be ravioli. But then it's like the little fluffy pillow pretzels.
Ravioli, give me.
The
The formioli.
Thank you.
Ravioli.
Is it bad that I couldn't think of what the last word in that was? I'm like, someone's gonna know this.
Yeah.
Ravioli, give me the formioli.
Awesome.
Baja
Alright, good
Blast.
seeing you around, Britt. Alright, we've got Drummer Shy. This is what I got for food. Semi-perfect pod, celery with that cream cheese. Can't wait to hear it. DEFNW news.
He's got
He's got a
one.
huge stick of celery.
He's got one celery stick
Yeah,
and just a cup of cream cheese.
yeah. I mean, like, a little goes along. Like, I mean, like, that's saving up on celery. Like, he just sees
Saving up on celery.
Save it up.
Celery's
Dessert,
good
you
for
know.
your
Double dip.
intestines.
And then triple dip, and quadruple dip.
I remember learning, like, I actually remember when I learned that celery was good for cleaning your intestines.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, good. So whenever I eat celery, I feel like I'm actually doing something.
You're doing good for yourself.
Yeah. It's very rare when I eat celery. But, oh, here's Jax's.
Salad, shrimp scampi for post-workout 2 days in a row. Nice.
Yum.
Yeah.
Oh.
It actually came out pretty good. It was
Jackson
awesome.
doesn't look very healthy. I'm worried about your.
Oh God, no. Well, luckily,
know,
me,
man.
I know how to make it healthy. It was good. Yeah, it was.
I know,
awesome.
man. I think we might need to talk about this workout routine of yours, right?
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah, you really should start working on
Doing-
consuming a little bit more butter
That
soup.
helped.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Butters. Oh,
Terrible.
God,
I'm so sorry. Oh my God, what have I done to myself?
You are a fraud, Jax Blade. You can't eat good food.
I can't eat good food.
Just celery.
Yeah.
Ugh. I hate vegetables.
I hate celery. Hate it.
I love celery because it's just like the perfect.
Crunchy
Like-
water.
Yeah, but it's the perfect like I'm
Mm.
not hungry, but I need to snack on something food because then you're just basically getting water and fiber.
I
But
like
you're not
that with
like
spinach.
Oh, hold on.
exactly. Yeah.
I'm not saying like I have any qualms with like what it provides for fiber and being full and water. It's the taste. It's so repugnant to me. There's just something about it where I just
put peanut butter on it.
well, just dump it in chocolate and deep fry it. Easy.
You know what's funny though, that now that you pointed out, because I'm sitting here thinking about this, I can eat celery just fine by itself, like if I'm dipping it in something, right? But if it's chopped up in something, I find it a lot more like invasive.
Yeah,
Really?
same.
Oh yeah, because
But
you're
if
biting
it's in
into
a
something, it's
salad,
like
I'm like, I
crunchy
don't
ass
want you
water.
here.
It's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, then it's like a texture problem where I'm like,
Yeah.
What about like soup?
I'm cool with it in soup, but not in like a chicken salad. I'm gonna get out of here. Why are there grapes here? Get out. Gross.
do you put it in chicken salad? Celery?
No, I put celery seed in chicken salad, but not celery. Sometimes I do actually. When I don't have celery on hand, I'll just put celery seed. which is most of
Whenever
the time-
Saberspark's over, you're
'cause
like,
I
gotta
don't-
put the celery.
I don't
in there.
really buy celery a lot, so I usually just
Can
put
we
celery
talk
seed and
about
let that
chicken
flavor.
salad as well?
Yeah.
Yes. Is it a soup or a sandwich?
Well, so When you say chicken salad, are you
Yum, yum.
referring to like a leafy green salad that has chicken on it?
No.
Or are you referring to like the mixture of stuff that is
Yes.
called chicken salad?
The
Okay.
mixture of stuff.
like yeah. No, that yeah.
Sorry, I just needed to clarify because
No,
I don't.
yeah.
I also
It
You
always
mean that
bothers me
like,
when-
crap with like the mayonnaise
So,
and
Yeah,
all that?
it always
hate it.
bothers.
and they
Cornbread
It always
dressing.
bothers me when stuff like that is called salad, like chicken salad or
Thank
tuna
you.
salad. It was like, that's not what a salad is to me.
Yeah.
A salad to me is like a bunch of leafy greens together.
Yeah.
I agree.
Leafy greens. And even though I don't eat
Yeah.
salads, just leafy greens and that.
What?
We should just call it chicken stuff.
Chicken
Yeah.
stuff.
I agree.
Chicken stuff.
Chicken stuff.
Chicken
Man, I had
stuff,
some chicken
tuna
for
stuff.
dinner.
There was this one thing I had when I went to Indiana recently where they the like person made like kind of just a crock pot of like, you know, just stuff to put on bread, and they called it crack chicken. And
Crack chicken.
I don't even remember what was in it, but it was like
Wait,
kind of like a mixture.
Crack or cracked, like with an ed.
No, like crack.
Okay.
Like, oh, I need a fix. You know, like that type of. Okay. Okay.
Oh, maybe that's why it got its name. Like they just said, yeah, the stuff is really addicting. Which,
Okay, there you go. Yeah,
was
there you go. Crack
but,
chicken.
But yeah, I was just like, I couldn't even tell you what was in it, but it was good. It was kind of barbecuey, kind of.
Okay. Nice.
Do we have any more food posts, Sarah?
I'm
Or
gonna look.
did we hit 'em all?
It seems like Dawson's got like either a poem or a song for us that he posted here in lieu of SPP foods. Friendship events last 24 hours a day. Days of enjoyment when the ponies scream yay. Friendship events are happening today. Then it's back to life again. Is that lyrics from a My Little Pony song, or I have no idea.
You're asking the guy that literally, when people start singing the smile song, I just go smile, 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 smile.
I think that is all the food posts though.
All right.
I don't recognize it as lyrics, so.
Me neither.
He says my version of Bank Holiday by Blur.
Ah, okay.
Can you take it all away?
Not Blur.
You give me my someone, whatever the fuck.
Man, you're just taking me back to Ace Combat right now.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, they used that for their trailer. I remember.
You take it all away. Yeah.
I made a pony-fied version of the Ace Combat 5 trailer.
Yeah.
May I ask you all a quick question?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Did you all Paleo don't have the answer? I mean, I think it's something that a lot of us can relate to. But being a kid, listen to a song and you make up a story in your mind along with it.
Oh yeah. And as a
And
kid, I do this every time I listen to music.
I know, but what I'm saying is, I consider that to be one of the most, like, I guess, not the word precious. That's the wrong way of putting it. When something's like you're embarrassed and kind of protective over it, the words fail me.
Personal,
Yeah, it's personal. Yeah, where it's like, okay, for example,
intimate.
There you go. That's a good thank you. But like
Sexual.
corny, you know. But like, it's funny because I thought I was the only one who did it, and then I realized, oh shit, everyone does this. But like, to me, when I get in the zone and I'm just thinking of something along with a song, especially if I'm like going for a run and someone runs up behind me and I don't see them and they come out of nowhere, I like lose it. I'm like, oh, like, I don't know. It feels like a violation of my imagination. I hate it. I'm like,
Get out of
Oh,
my
yeah,
head.
when someone pulls it on your left on. Yeah, that's annoying when running. And then you always got to go dust them afterwards. Like it's like because you're in your zone and you're like imagining like when I'm like running, it's like a fucking like through the Doom soundtrack, and it's like, oh fuck yeah, I'm running through all the hell and all this shit, and then someone just comes out and he's like, you just took me out. It's like you threw me off my groove, like Emperor's New Groove style.
right.
It's just like, what the fuck, dude? Like I was in the zone and you just took me out of that, man. Fuck
You have to
Yeah.
work your way up to like get the. I was actually told that some folks can't get like that feeling of, I guess, like the fuzzies in your head when you listen to a really good song, and I'm like, oh, that
ASMR?
sucks.
ASMR.
It's not really ASMR. It's something else where it's like there's a climax to a song, and you're like building anticipation to it, and then you get it. And you're
It's
like,
like,
oh,
like when we get like goosebumps or whatever from a song.
goosebumps. Yeah. Apparently,
when you
some
climax when listening to a song.
we climax all over the song. I'm just saying, if you ain't climaxing listening to Pony Swag, then I don't know what to tell you.
We're not gonna put Pony on the track though.
It's
Tangent.
no, those are good. For that exact response that you're talking about, I remember studying in my dorm for like a final or whatever, and I'd be listening to my iPod, and I would have to. It comes up a few times, but it's funny because the Lord of the Rings soundtrack gets me with that. There's one specific bit that it does, and it's actually a very soft portion of the song or the music. God, I'd have to do a little bit. I know one of them is during the song sequence for the fall of Boromir, I think.
Sing it to us.
It goes. Okay. Okay.
Is it like, hold on? No. Yeah, sing it to us.
Okay. It's the part that goes like, whoa. But no, wait. Let me start it.
Yeah,
No.
that part.
No.
Howard Shore did a great job when he had Womp in Lord of the Rings.
It goes like.
Oscar.
The problem is when I get to this point, I realize that I don't have the musical talent of.
No, where's Hero? It's like, and the Oscar goes to Howard Shore, Lord of the Rings for Womp.
Womp. But it goes. Okay, wait. I'll do it right. I'll do it. I'm gonna go back to my womp. Womp.
You're too giggly.
It goes.
I gotta hear this now.
It goes womp. Stop laughing, Sam.
We have to get through this. I'm sorry. Let's hear it.
It goes womp.
Can I help you?
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's the part of the song when Boromir gets hit with the first arrow, and Merry and Pippin are kind of like stunned, and it's like whoa, 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 with like the Uruk-hai shooting more arrows into him, and he's kind of failing and falling even further. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It goes womp, womp. Whoa. I'm like off on my tone here.
Now
No,
you're
I
talking
know
about.
what you're talking about.
It's just like, and it pops up in a few spots. I think I forget, like there's the credits music that has its name. Like I think it's just called Fellowship Part 2 according to the soundtrack, and it's got that womp part in there too. But it's like it's just that it goes from like this. Especially in that the Boromir track where it goes like it has this whole intense part fighting scene, and then it just also like goes into like this really light choir until it leads into, I don't know what instruments they are, but it's just that.
I'm talking about. I know. Well, someone told me that like Lord of the Rings does this where I wish Hero was here, where you have like
Playing Final
the
Fantasy.
yeah, he's playing his nerd
Like a
games.
nerd.
But to have like that main theme introduced, and then you kind of bring it back in, and it's more of a like, I guess is reprieve, is that the right word? Where it's a bit softer. Reprise, think reprieve. That's on the. Thank you.
I believe
But, like,
I was
But the like for example, like I'll make this fast, but like in the Battle of Minas Tirith, when Gandalf's like prepare for battle, and there's that build up of him like leading the soldiers to the wall, and them like locking and loading, and then like there's a bit of send these foul beasts back into the abyss, and it's a bit of a quiet, and then you hear the Gondorian bomb, bomb, bomb. And it just goes to show you how like powerful music can be with like you got a good story, you got good characters. Like I felt the same way about Halo, where it's like, man, there's so many wonderful things about this, and the fucking music. It's like the music kind of puts this wonderful bow on it and makes it feel like so unique and like, wow, like you're Halo. Like just hearing a song from Halo makes me go like, oh yeah, I fucking know about you. Like we good.
Nora Mermaid sends a super chat saying, "Get on with it, Nora.
Get
if
on
you
with
can't handle us at our whomp,
You don't deserve us at our
Mhm. I no, but like honestly, I feel like this is to me a movie can't push itself into being like among my favorites unless it's got a great soundtrack to go with it.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Unless
exactly.
it's got the womp.
It's
Well,
got
I mean,
to have
to be fair, okay, I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm so sorry, but like, because I know you got your itinerary, and we'll get to it.
Oh,
but,
don't
like,
worry! Don't worry about the itinerary.
It's fine.
We're
It's a
good.
short itinerary.
I feel like when it comes to like, because there are movies out there where it's like, and maybe like the Godfather soundtrack. There's only like one song that stands out to me with do 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 do. That's really it. But then you think about Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, it's like, my God,
Jurassic Park.
I love Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
but
yeah, true.
I'm not
Or like, have
saying
you ever like that freaking what was that movie? That movie Bofa that just came out?
Shut up.
What?
you, dude.
Shut up.
I've seen the prequel, These Nuts. But like, yeah, I mean, music elevates it in a way. Because I mean, like, there was some like video that Hero was talking about, or he mentioned, where it was a dissection of like Pixar, and how it's how I guess music can kind of tune in a viewer to like, hey, we know what we're writing, like with our characters, what they're delivering right now with the story, but the music's going to amplify that and make you realize what you're dealing with. Like, this is a sad moment. Here's sad music, or this is a battle scene. Let's really get amped up.
Yeah.
Music's powerful. It's absolutely powerful, especially in movies and video games. And that must have been one hell of a thing when like music started to like cross over to the video game industry. And it's like, whoa, hold on, you guys can do this?
Yeah, because before in like Atari and arcades, it's like, oh yeah, it's beep boops and whatever. But then like when the NES came along, it's like, oh, we got like themes here, but like a theme for Mario, a theme for Zelda, like, and these are like
Theme for
memorable
Luke, yeah.
themes
Yeah.
because you hear them while you're playing the game, so constantly, so they're always going to be in your mind.
This is funny because the first time I remember experiencing this with a video game where I was like, holy crap, like this music is gorgeous and amazing that it's in a video game, was with the Ace Combat series.
Dude, I showed one of the songs to Hero because like the entire soundtrack is very like amped up and good background music, but like Megalith at the end with the choir, it's like, what the fuck, where'd this come from? And it really like shows you the gravity of like, holy shit, this is the end of the world. Like, ugh, you get goosebumps. And here, final thought, like a scene where from a film where I feel like the music was everything. Like you couldn't have done this without the perfect song to summarize it, was Ecstasy of Gold at the end of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, dude, like this is going on for like almost like 8 minutes leading up to it with this tension, and I'm like, the music is killing it. It's this one moment, but like the build up is like, I'm here for it. It's so fucking good.
By the way, God, I have it and I want to play it so bad. So.
Yeah. Well,
but I shouldn't. I shouldn't because like
it's
you know
probably
there's like
copyrighted.
but it's Womp. It's Womp. Womp. Womp.
More music.
And then it goes
That's
Womp. All right, that's all you got.
that's all we get.
But
That's all the copyright roll up.
I just love it when that stuff pops up, and the tracks where it pops up. And Lord of the Rings is so good at bringing back music. Like, okay, let me specify. The trilogy was good. I was waiting for the moment when I was like, The Hobbit. They nailed it for Lord of the Rings. They're gonna nail it here, and I was like, they didn't. Like I don't know that end. I felt like if they nailed, and this isn't me blaming like Howard Shore necessarily. I don't know what went on with any decisions, but I was like, oh man, this could have hit. Mm-hmm. Like if they had, I was waiting for the music to do it for me. Like, boom.
Well,
and
the movie was rushed. I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah, no, yeah.
Because like the way you can like they take like little bits of the Shire theme when Sam and Frodo are on Mount Doom like about to die, and they're like, "Come on, one bit of courage to get us up here." You hear that? It's like holy shit, like so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
The
But-
cohesive soundtrack.
Good shit. Yeah, it's power of music. All right, sorry, Sarah.
Oh no, it's fine.
So, how's everyone been the last 2 weeks?
Good. Let's talk about some more of music. I've been well.
Yeah,
I've been doing just fine. Should I take point?
do it.
Or my? Well, I
Go
think I've
for
been
it.
talking too much. Paleo, what have you been up
Paleo,
to?
what have you been doing?
Oh, so I played literally every Ratchet and Clank game leading up to the release of the new one.
Nice.
And the new one, I'm almost done with it. I'm basically gonna 100% it. But it's really, really good. It's basically like playing an animated movie. It looks so good.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ah. Is it a PlayStation 5 game?
Yes.
Yep, PlayStation 5
Oh,
only.
no.
The
but-
PlayStation 5 is the only thing that can handle that.
I
game.
don't have a PlayStation
Because it
5,
looks so
so
good.
we'll
Yeah.
get the PS2
But
version.
speaking of music, like Mark Mothersbaugh worked on the soundtrack for this game, and he's the same guy who did like the music for the Lego movies and the Crash Bandicoot games, and also like a bunch of '90s Nickelodeon cartoons.
Hmm.
But the soundtrack's like really good.
Wow.
Nice.
I didn't realize that Mark's mother was still making music.
What?
Yeah, she's busy.
Mhm.
Mark,
Yeah, Mark Mothersbaugh. Yeah,
what
like
was-
one of his best soundtracks is the Lego movie soundtrack.
God, now I'm the one who's like just screaming this off the rails here because I'm like, what was that song that played at the end of BronyCon's closing ceremonies? Like I know it was like
But it did
rewritten.
not fit at all.
Brody Con's got it going on.
Yeah.
It was like a
That was
Stacy's
so
Mom like parody.
weird.
Oh, that was like you could have had a nice somber moment of like wrapping this up, and they're like,
You know how many good emotional pony songs there are?
That was such
BronyCon.
that was such an experience that closing ceremony.
I think it was to make people not sad.
Yeah.
like we said,
Oh.
they were like everyone needs to get out. We don't have time for you to have emotion in here. So leave. What about Laura? What have you been up to the last 2 weeks?
Working. What have I done anything, honey? Oh, I tried acupuncture for the first time.
Oh, tell them about this.
It wasn't for me. Like, so like typically when you see, like a movie or like, I mean, if anyone's ever done it, when you see acupuncture, it's like a bunch of needles, like, and you just kind of sit there for a while. So it wasn't that. It was she only used one needle and she like kind of moved it around while it was like in my shoulder, and I didn't really care for it. I just don't think it was for me. Like the pain relief was like immediate, but then like today it feels worse, and like I just wasn't my thing.
It doesn't sound pleasant.
I
mean, I'm sure it works for a lot of people because like a lot of people say it does, but like it's just not my thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've done acupuncture before. I've done it like with like them putting multiple needles, and I've been fine with that. Like it's been enjoyable. And then like
It seems more relaxed, right?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever experienced just one needle. I guess they're just saving on needles right
Budget
now.
acupuncture.
Well, she said it was a bit more intense with just the one because it's like a larger needle, and then like the treatment was more of like, I guess, moving it in the area where the tension was. I don't pretend to know the science of acupuncture if there is any.
Same.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing.
Lots of
I
needles.
also don't know nothing.
Yeah. Well, cool. So you got stabbed.
I did. I paid someone like $120 to
die?
stab me in the shoulder.
Did she died?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, but I
Part of
live.
me did die.
No. Jax, what's new with you?
Not much. Just same old, working, helping clients out, and just getting stuff done. Yeah, that's all I can pretty much do is just be productive.
Cool.
Keep stuff going. Cool.
Nice. Sarah? Oh wait, or should I ask Saber first?
Yeah, ask Saber.
Saber.
All right, so I actually wrote down some things I've been doing here.
Smart.
All right. So I've been watching Seinfeld with Laura. It's my first time
Oh yeah.
for watching this series because it's odd that I watched Curb first. Because for those who don't know, Curb Your Enthusiasm is about Larry David. It's like this weird, like pseudo sitcom, but not really, but kind of a bit of a combination of fiction.
For those that don't know, Larry David created Seinfeld.
Yeah, he and Jerry, and Larry's like the main writer who actually like really brought it to life. And so I know of Larry David. I watched all of Curb, and I got like the irony of like him doing like a couple of things with Seinfeld in Curb. But now I'm watching Seinfeld, and we're on season 3, and I'm like, holy shit, this writing is just so sharp. It is so well done. I mean, I'm laughing out loud. And I'm like, I don't laugh out loud at shows like this usually. Like maybe Sunny.
You laugh out loud a lot.
Well, no. I mean, I'm talking about mainstream normie shows. So, if it's Gus Johnson, I'm not laughing. But if it's Seinfeld, I'll
What do you
Mia.
have against Gus Johnson? Jesus. Like every time you're like normie shit, you're like, Gus Johnson.
Who's Gus
Paleo,
Johnson?
Paleo, am I wrong?
I mean, yeah, I agree with Saber. I don't really find him that funny.
Thank you.
I don't even know who he is.
After 5 minutes of watching Indiana Jones, I'm like, I'm good.
Whatever, man.
Have you seen the
views speak for themselves?
Have you seen the new Bo Burnham special?
I've not. I've heard great things though.
It is really good.
I heard it's quite therapeutic. Funny enough.
Yeah, especially for an online creator. Yeah.
I'll check it out. But so watching Seinfeld's been great. Just sharp writing, good moments. I've been playing this game called Enlisted, which Henry got me into, and it's like this World War II like battlefield kind of game with armies clashing and online, and it's kind of my flavor of the month. And I can already tell I'm starting to get bored with it. But playing on like they because like it was June 6th like a few weeks ago, and they're like, we're having a D-Day special.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, I mean, I guess it's, I want to say appropriate, but I guess, I mean, and
it's like relevant, I guess.
Relevant, I guess, yeah, pour one out. But I was thinking like, I had a moment where I'm like playing the game and I'm like ducking from all this like enemies shooting at me, and I'm like, just keep your head down. And I'm like, I could not imagine doing this in real life. Like, give me a moment to really think about the folks who went through this. And I'm like, how do you even begin to process what's happening? Like, I don't know. It gave me a moment, like, if anything, to I guess, perspective of how tough these folks were. To even like, if I was in one of those boats, I'd be like, I'm hopping out. I don't want to swim. I'm gonna take my chances with the Atlantic Ocean. But yeah, I don't know. That was a thought that crossed my mind. I was talking to I think it was like Matt about that, DB Matt, where I'm like, how do you even begin to like get up and fight? I'd be terrified, but maybe that's a little bit too grim for it now. I apologize.
No, I was gonna say I kind of do a similar thing when I'm watching like war movies and like specifically historical based ones, where I'm watching, like some people are like, oh yeah, it's cool to see the explosions and the action and all that. And I'm like, I'm sitting here like, Jesus Christ. Like the stuff is...
It's insane to put there.
Yeah, like it's... To me, it's... And, it's one of those things where, as, I guess, humanity progresses, hopefully we get further and further to that kind of thing being behind us. But it's just... I don't know. It amazes me, like, knowing that I had relatives that, experienced war in some way, shape, or fashion, and I'm just like, man, I'm like you, Saber, where I'm like, if I was in that situation, like, I don't.
Well, that's the big question. Where it's like, at what point, like, does a training click over? Is it like a fight or flight? Do you even really like absorb the gravity of what's going on, or is it more reactionary where it's like, we got to move? Like it's, I mean,
because he.
What's up?
Oh, go ahead. No, I was gonna like go off what you were saying. Go ahead, though.
Well, I'm curious because, like, I mean, Jax, you do like martial arts and fighting. I mean, I guess you can attest to how things might kick over during a fight or something.
Well, no, like from what my friends who are in the military say, like they say, like when you're in the situation, some people will seize up, like I don't know what the fuck's going on, and sadly, sometimes that doesn't pan out for them. Sometimes it does, but like most of the time, it's just like I have got to react. I've got to go. I've got to keep moving forward and stuff like that. So it's like it's more of a if I stand still, shit's gonna go down. So like you focus on like moving forward. It's like the same thing. Like you have to just have that click because like what happens to some people is like they like shut off because it's like just too much stimulus. They don't know what the hell to do, and they feel like they just saw someone die in some regard. So it's like, oh, what the hell's going on? So it's very much like you have to keep being proactive and go forward. And yeah, I think about that too, like what you guys were saying, because it's just like to me, like you watch all those war movies and you think like, oh, cool, I'll be like freaking Punisher. You like to play your video games, but then it's just like it could be as simple as like as soon as you get out the jet, boom, sniper through the head, done.
Well,
because
like it's that mentality that you're not the main character. You're just as susceptible to dying as anybody else around you. You could just get picked right off and it's over. And because I was watching like King Arthur with Laura last night, and there were a couple of like, of course, like battle scenes with like the knights clashing with the Saxons, and I was also thinking like, man, these actors are like, yeah, charge! It's all glorified. I get it for like entertainment, but if someone's like, here, Saber's a sword, or Saber, go charge that army, and I'd be like, okay, the movies made me want to go charge, but part of me like, oh yeah, you guys go first. I'll be behind everybody.
I've always envisioned when I've watched Lord of the Rings, I'd be like, I would want to be the last guy in the crowd.
Well, I was thinking about that too. Like we're like who wants to be in the front of the lines charging in like yeah I'm gonna live, and it's like, dude, you're gonna die like instantly. I don't know what to say.
Well, but Saber, you got to remember
what
for Frodo.
Yeah,
if it was one of those situations, I think if it's like this is a do or die, I'd be a bit more comfortable with dying. So it's like, okay, well, no matter how this plays out, like this is our last gambit. We gotta make this work, or it's GG anyway.
Yeah,
I'd be a bit more like, oh, let's fucking go. At least we look pretty cool before we go out.
Right.
Versus like, hey, no, this is like battle number 2 of like 16. I'm like, oh no.
I always feel bad for the people like Lord of the Rings, like the first guy that got taken out by an arrow, and you're just like, man, he just...
If I got hit by an arrow or shot like in the gut by a gun, I'd be like, oh fuck, I'm a background character and I'll just die, I guess, after that.
Oh man. Yeah.
But one last thing. So I wanted to see what you all think about this. This is a bit out there.
Okay.
And this all comes from the place of just sharing and discussing and picking brains. So there is a YouTube channel I've become a little bit infatuated by, morbidly curious, and it's a channel called Mikado Avocado.
Oh no, I've seen everything about. I watched the 5-hour video the right opinion did on that guy. I watched that 5-hour video he did. Yeah, that shit is insane.
I think it's like, I know I used the word hated, but now I'm I'm reassessing the situation because I'm looking at it more as like an experiment going on, and I'm not quite sure what to make of it at the moment because I do wonder if it's an act. Which if that's the case, for those who don't know, like Mikado is like this vegan.
With, like
Yeah.
Oh well,
ice chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who this is.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it.
Okay. So this is a guy. Saber, go ahead.
You're the dietitian. Go for it. Let's hear it.
Okay, so basically, what happened with him was he was this individual who was a vegan fitness influencer, and he would always talk about like how much he loved avocados, how like they would help his skin. He would promote a vegan lifestyle. And he was like, oh, this is great. And he was with his boyfriend and he was talking about how like, oh, this is such a great thing. I love being vegan. I love being healthy. And so because for some reason down the line, because there's like several thousand videos on this, but like he wanted to get into mukbang. So originally started off with vegan mukbangs, and he was just eating like vegan foods, like where you for people who don't know, mukbang is where you just eat a bunch of food in front of a camera and stuff like that, and like people enjoy watching it for various reasons. And so like he was doing it, he was talking, he was like, okay, whatever, this is fine. And then he started talking about the drama that was in the vegan community, about like how people will like call people out like Scott Pilgrim style, like you're not a real vegan because blah blah blah, you're and some shit like that. And he was like, okay, I'm not fucking dealing with this bullshit. And so like he left the vegan community, started eating meat, and he started doing mukbangs with like meat and foods and stuff like that. And he started getting more and more clicks on his mukbangs, and so he was like, oh, I'm making a lot of money from these mukbang videos, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. And as it went on, he kept eating all this junk food every day. He started putting on weight. And originally he was trying to play it off like, okay, now this is just, I don't know why I'm gaining this weight. Like I'm super healthy. I don't know what's going on. Like I still exercise and do all this stuff. But as it went on, he just kept eating a bunch of junk food and all this other stuff. And like he would start having like these mental breakdowns and fighting with his SO, and then like he just started losing his stuff. And so he kept eating and eating, and he put on like extra more fat. And it's just like a lot of people were saying it's because like of the sheer amount of trash he was eating on a daily basis, plus the mental health aspect and all this other stuff was just effing with his brain. And then like he started doing other stuff like OnlyFans and all this other shit. And it's fucking crazy. So like if you go to his channel now, it's like this really depressed person who used to be like, a pretty chill person, just like gorging themselves to a point where it's just like, this is interesting. This is just interesting to watch. Like it destroys. It's weird.
In like a morbid sense, like being like, just you almost can't look away at that point. Like,
yeah, you can't look away because yeah. He cries all the time about random stuff. Like he cries about like I had this, like I thought this was going on, and then like he will talk about like this situations that are extremely personal, that it's like you should not be telling like millions of viewers this at all, with like your people are having a discussion that's like a private conversation, and he's like, oh no, like and it just plays off like natural, and it's just he's lost it. It's sad. But
so the reason why I bring it up though is because like it's like watching a train wreck, and it's like you can't get your turn away, you kind of want to see what happens. And I don't say that in a flippant way of someone's life, and that it's like die of morbid like obesity or whatever, but like it's like a show almost. It's like one of those TLC shows where My 600-Pound Life or whatever. And I do believe that the guy has some level of like control, that like he'll stop here in the next few years and probably cash in and quit. Maybe, though, my God, like that's a very dangerous line to walk, because like he could have a heart attack. Like he's at those levels of unhealthy. Here's why I bring it up though at all, is that I've developed this really bizarre habit, by no means on purpose, but I started watching these vids at night, and oddly enough, they help me fall asleep. And I'm like, that's so weird. And then I was going through the comments, and one of the top comments on a video was somebody saying, hey, so who else watches this to fall asleep? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's that about? Like,
well, it's ASMR mukbangs like that. Though there's it's a crunching sound, and I forget the size behind it.
No, it's not ASMR for me. That doesn't trigger at all. Like it's just having it on, like hearing him doing like his stupid screams, and I know it sounds so bizarre, but I'm like, wait, like I'm not alone. A lot of folks do, and they're like, yeah, it's just kind of a noise in the background, I guess. Like it's weird. I mean, by the way, I didn't mean to cut you off with the ASMR, but I can tell you it's not ASMR for me, at least.
Okay, no, that's good.
I mean, like I watch my favorite YouTubers videos as I'm falling asleep, and
ACRacebest.
No, no.
Oh.
She's quick to say no. Jesus.
I know.
I think I have a similar like
a bit
it's
too
just like
quickly.
a background noise to like cut out the quiet.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not that it's his channel. It's just that people just watch stuff at night to fall asleep, and that's all it is.
You know what I learned in all of this is
What?
that there's a vegan fandom.
There's a fandom for everything.
there's a
Chipmunk
fan
boy.
for everything.
Chipmunk
It's like, it's
boy.
crazy.
Sarah,
All right,
Yeah.
what's
I'm gonna put Lemmy up real fast, guys. Be right back.
okay?
Okay.
What have you been up to the last 2 weeks?
Trying to do art stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just trying to do things. I don't know. Yeah, just been doing things here and there. But yeah, not really much on my plate as of right now. Like doing editing for Ready Player Dumb and low budget TV. You know, taking care of the house, trying to like make it all nice.
Yeah.
Same old.
Yeah.
Nice.
God, how's this take forever to like? I keep waiting for us to be like, okay, cool, we're done. Which I know we're only 2 months into this, but like, plus I know the classic. Oh, it's a house. It's never done.
And
But
the guy says I'm super quiet. It's because Jeffrey hogs the mic.
I didn't know how you pushed it toward me.
You pushed it toward me.
Harry Potter. So as far as I go, what have I been up to the last 2 weeks? I had gone to Ohio, but that was a few weeks ago. Indy was before that.
Yeah, you already talked about.
I already
Indy.
talked about those. Right, because I went to the 500.
Yeah.
I feel like I had stuff that I was like, yeah, I'm going to talk about this. And now I'm like,
Blank.
Yeah.
um,
Well, we can
I'm
talk about what we're going to do on Ready Player Dumb. Sometime this week, we're gonna play Them's Fighting Herds
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was the game that was voted upon.
on our Patreon. So we'll be streaming that at some point this week. I think we're aiming for Saturday.
TBD.
Yeah, TBD. Something's come
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I am. I guess. I guess of interesting things that have popped up. On Saturday, was out at Irwindale. So California, at this point, has basically reopened, and like it was kind of wild being at like we went to the movies last night and not having a mask, and I was like, oh yeah. Okay. Because at first I didn't even see the sign that said we didn't need it. So I walked in and I'm like, oh, wow, all these people are already not wearing it. And Sarah's like, no, there was a sign. And I'm like, oh.
It said optional for people who are fully vaccinated.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, cool. Okay. But we had a lot of people at the track on Saturday. And it was a great crowd. Great to kind of have that back again. But what was interesting was that that night we actually had a really bad wreck. Like there's a level of crash at a racetrack that you go like you cross your fingers with.
Ooh, yeah.
And this was one of them. Basically a car got clipped going into the corner and went head on into the wall where the wall's angled a little bit. And it actually ended up sending both drivers that were in it to the hospital. Luckily, both of them at this point are home and are okay. But yeah, it was just as a racing announcer, I always find those to be the most difficult situations. Like they have that phrase like, you know, this is where you earn your money. It's in my opinion, it's easy to call, you know, a race, you know, or handle a crowd or this, but it's in those tense moments where you're talking to 6,000 people in regards to an accident that you don't know the condition of a driver. And yeah, luckily again, everyone ended up being okay, but it was just like, damn, you know, you hate to see it outside of the financial situations for the drivers involved. You're just like, damn. But yeah, I see Taylor, by the way, say, no one, very few are gonna even understand this, so I'm gonna just touch this since he's put it in the chat. He says, as much as I like Irwindale, I do hope one day safer barriers are invested for that track. The one thing that I think a lot of people don't understand about safer barriers, and this is going to sound, because like when it comes to people's safety, I get that people don't like to put dollar signs on that. Safer barriers are so incredibly beyond expensive and out of range for any short track in the nation, just about. Unless they have the funding behind someone like a NASCAR, or a crowd where you're talking about tens to hundreds of thousands of people. It really, because I've seen a lot like other people mention that, where they're like, hey, and it's not saying like it's not saying like, oh, should it never be looked into in the future? Like, there might be a financially reasonable solution in the future. But luckily, again, with this accident, as bad as it was, the cars and the safety equipment that they have in these cars these days always just leaves me so happy and astounded, because this is the kind of accident where, 20 years ago, this would have been a very, very bad accident. And one of the guys in the accident is in his 70s, mid 70s.
Oh God.
Yeah, and he bruised up his rib cage pretty good. But again, these cars are built to spec, and nowadays there's mandated safety equipment that goes into these cars that in this accident. In fact, I don't know. Well, I was gonna say, if anyone's interested in checking it out, they can go on Low Budget TV on YouTube, and the rec is there. It's the most recent upload that we have, and yeah, it's like I posted it on Twitter. I said this will knock the wind right out of your lungs, but yeah, no, it's again, it's that constant struggle to always continuously try to make things safer, and I'm happy where motorsports are right now, because in a lot of respects, these cars are built really well. People aren't fooling around with their safety equipment, and that's a good thing. So that's my uplifting and happy what I've been up to. But Sarah, you have on here, and I know of a couple people that are going to just be ready to just go on this. I made a tweet last night as a joke.
Bastard.
What?
You bastard.
I'm sorry. Okay. There was we were at the movies.
Yeah.
We walked by the miniature arcade that was there, and it had like some computer error that was on the screen, and I posted, wow, E3 really stepped up their game, no pun intended, this year. and I was like, this is clever. Haha. What perfect timing.
Yeah.
And instead I had I think every response to it was from somebody basically being like, no, E3
actually, it was horrible.
E3 actually was not good this year. And I was like,
we know, but
that's the joke.
Did you look at the picture?
That's the joke.
But so I am curious. I know Paleo for sure was up on the E3 stuff. So Paleo and whoever else, what did you think?
Hero might be here in a bit, because he said he'd be here around 10:20 possibly, which is in a minute. But yeah, E3 was dreadful.
Oh no!
Because Metroid Dread was announced. Yes. But yeah, Nintendo's presentation was yesterday, and that was by far the best one as far as the things that were announced. Because Jeff Keighley, he had his Summer Game Fest thing before E3 happened, and there were a few things revealed there. One of which I'm actually very excited about, and that's Jurassic World Evolution 2. Which the first Jurassic World Evolution is a park builder where you build your own Jurassic World. So this one's taking place after Fallen Kingdom. Then there was a Ubisoft's thing, which that was kind of weird. Though one of the biggest surprises from that was leaked beforehand, which was the sequel to Mario and Rabbids, which looks pretty cool. then there was a Microsoft's thing, which Microsoft's was probably like the most palatable out of the ones that were on the weekend.
Yeah.
There was a lot of games and stuff announced there, and a lot of stuff that they showed off. Then Square Enix after that, which was really weird. And then there's a couple other people who have presentations like Capcom and Bandai Namco, but they didn't show like anything, basically. But Nintendo's thing yesterday, there was a lot of stuff. And the biggest one for me was Metroid Dread, which is a new 2D Metroid, a 2D style Metroid, like it's 3D graphics and everything, but the 2D perspective. The reason it's such a big deal for people online, because I've been like retweeting a lot of art and stuff that people have been making of it, is because this was a game that was rumored since like 2005.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's the first original 2D Metroid, like not a remake or anything, since 2002. So it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So I'm very excited for that. Also at they revealed the next Smash fighter for the next Super Smash Brothers fighter, and that's Kazuya from Tekken, which I don't know why anybody wasn't like thinking of Tekken. Like it makes so much sense. And then a couple other things, like there's like a new Mario Party coming out that actually uses boards and mini games from the N64 era, which is really cool. A new WarioWare, which is fun. There hasn't been like an actual new WarioWare in a long time. There was Game & Mario on the Wii U, but it wasn't really a WarioWare.
Yeah, I'm excited about WarioWare. I think Jeffrey, you'll enjoy it. It's very weird, but
yeah, and this one has it like where you can do micro games with multiple players at once, so that's cool. And then Advance Wars is getting a remake of the first two games. I've never actually played the Advance Wars games, so
they're fun.
That'll be exciting. Yeah,
fun. You'll enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and it's actually going to have like an online 4-player mode.
Ooh.
And then they showed some Zelda stuff. One of which is like a Game & Watch that has 3 Zelda games on it, with Zelda 1, and Zelda 1, Zelda 2, and Link's Awakening. And then the last thing they showed that was like a big deal was a new trailer, gameplay trailer for the sequel to Breath of the Wild, which looks really weird and awesome. Yeah. And it's supposed to come out next year.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoa.
Yeah,
but yeah, Metroid Dread is definitely the biggest thing for me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just kicking ass on Breath of the Wild on Ready Player Dumb right now, so man.
Yeah, maybe our playthrough will wrap up by the time that comes out. The sequel comes out.
Well, cool.
Halo Infinite multiplayer was shown, and Halo Infinite, its multiplayer is actually going to be free to play, which is nice.
That's smart.
Yeah, both on PC and console. So,
as in PC people can play with console people.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Crossplay. Overwatch just like installed crossplay. I'm like, it took you fucking forever. And nobody even cares at this point. I think I don't know who.
Well, I should play Overwatch then.
Yes.
But wasn't the whole reason that like I always understood, granted I'm not very smart, so I figured crossplay was more to prevent people from having an advantage being on one versus the other.
That is a thing, but I don't know.
Did they just say
it's fun to play with your friends, even though you
don't
have the same consoles.
Hey, buy Overwatch. All right, I got it. Cool. Oh no.
So supposedly like Halo is supposed to release in this holiday, but we'll see. Oh yeah, another thing at Microsoft, Psychonauts 2. That's actually coming out in August, which I'm very excited about. Psychonauts is a really great game. If you haven't played it, like Richard Horvitz, the voice of Zim, plays the main character, It's a really cool like a cartoony game. If you like weird like cartoony stuff, Psychonauts is like a great little platformer. And the sequel's coming out in August.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Anything about Team Fortress 2?
No.
Team Fortress 3.
Valve hasn't revealed anything, though. They did show Back for Blood, which is basically by the people who made Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which that's actually coming to PC in Xbox. Let's see. I think there was a release date, but yeah, it's like coming to Game Pass. Yeah, October 8th. Yeah, Back for Blood. So maybe we can all play that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Spooky season.
Lot, indeed. Cool. If anything else, by the way, pops up, Paleo, that you're like, oh yeah, that, feel free to bring it up. Should we put the spoiler screen up for the next topic,
Sure,
Sarah?
I suppose.
Do you not have one made?
I don't. I can just use the general one second.
All right. Is there anyone here in amongst our podcasters that hasn't yet seen Cruella?
God.
Oh, this bullshit. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
All right. So for our viewers, for anyone that is looking to avoid spoilers, we're going to put up a spoiler screen. And the way this works is, as long as the screen is up, we're going to be discussing spoilers. As soon as it goes down, you can come back in. So if you have us muted, we will not be discussing spoilers after that point. Some may argue that this is not
necessary
the movie to worry about
whatever.
spoilers for. However, I
is
will say for me, I did find something out before I saw it, and I kind of wish I knew what my reaction to it was prior. Like, I wish I could have experienced it
fresh.
Yeah. So that's why we're up, right? The spoiler screen. Okay. So, Cruella. On a scale of 8 to 10, what would you give it?
Singing killed my grandma, okay?
Hera. Oh, that was 1. Yeah, 1. I like Emma Stone. What was her name? Emma Thompson? Emma whatever.
Emma Stone.
Do you like the British one or
They're both in it though.
Both of them are in it.
They're both Emmas.
Yeah, Emma Watson anyway. So yeah, so she's cool.
Emma Watson.
Yeah.
Great singer.
I like her. She was good. She's great. I just think she's a great actress. I like her in a lot of stuff she's in. She always does a great role. I watched it with Paleo, and I was bored to tears in most of that shit. I was just I was so why is this happening? They're trying to force it. That fucking that Dalmatian scene. That was one of the most hilarious scenes I've ever seen in the film. So I'll say that was hilarious. I was laughing hard for a good while because I didn't believe that happened.
So to be clear here, the Dalmatian scene. Are you referring to the
first
in
bit
the
of
intro?
Yeah, the intro on.
Yeah. Okay. I accidentally did see something.
I mean,
that was all over
hard to
Twitter.
avoid. It's all over Twitter.
Yeah.
That was all over Twitter. That was like a memed on the first day.
That was the thing that I wished I could have experienced that. Not because I'm like, oh, what a important scene and gets me hyped. Like, I wish I knew how dumbfounded I was. Because I was a little mentally prepared. Like, wait, are they fucking serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. I'm really... Go on, Jax. I'm still formulating my thoughts.
No, because so that scene happens, and it's the whole thing of her being so she's Estella and her name's Cruella and she has hair like that, which ironically was funny. Is people were like, oh, that's impossible, but then there was this whole thread of people who naturally have hair like Cruella in real life, which I was like, that's cool. But I would consider that more Rogue hair from X-Men, but okay, whatever. So that was a thing, but the whole thing with her meeting Horace and Jasper when before it just felt like these are two random scumbags. She went to a bar and was like, hey, you want to kill some puppies? I'll pay you. All right, sure, you too. It just, it kind of took away. And I know you have to but the thing is a part of me was looking at it as okay, it's its own thing that they're trying to do. Like this is some other universe that they're trying to do. But then at the ending, it's like, no, by the way, this is gonna be 101 days. So it's like, wait, what? Is
And
this,
Pongo
are you trying
and
to say
Perdita are brother and sister.
sister? What? Just like freaking Simba and Nala. Oh my God, Disney with the incest.
Wait,
again.
are they?
They came from
Yeah.
the same breed, the same like that one of the Dalmatians that she adopted was pregnant, and therefore she gifted Pongo and Perdita to Roger and Anita.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
So
it's
they're
gonna
brother and
be
sister.
Star Wars all over again. They're not gonna know.
Yeah, there's gonna be freaking the Lion King and all this shit, and it's silly. And so like, and then like what was it? They like the whole film. Like I remember there was a part that did make me gasp for a second. I was with Paleo when it was like when she's talking to like the evil lady, or no, she's not talking to her. She's like hosting a fashion thing, and she's wearing like Dalmatian spots. He's like, she skinned my dogs and made them spots. Like, wait, what? Wait, what? Did she do that? I was like, no, she fucking did. There's no way.
Yeah.
There is no way. And then like later on, you see him. And I was like, you do not have the balls, Disney. I do not think you would do. Yeah, it was just like no way. It was then how else was the movie? Like most of the film, like I know Paleo loves the music and like and there's like I will admit the music was. Well, Paleo was the only one was like every time I tried to say I hated it, Paleo's like, well, I didn't hate it. I didn't like it.
Paleo
Either.
said
It's
he
just like,
wanted
I
to-
don't say
No,
it.
you said I love the music. I was like, I didn't say that.
Okay. Look, all right, go back.
I just found it weird
Yeah.
that like they used so much of their budget on the music choice.
Oh my God, they
Yeah.
fucking cram-packed that movie with so much music. It's just obscene. I'm just like every 2 minutes there's another song playing, and I'm like, oh my God.
Guys, this is like apparently this is the model for their live action movies now, because Pete's Dragon was we're just gonna have one long country music video,
Yeah.
and then this one they're like we're gonna spice it up with some rock and roll.
Yeah, we're gonna have some 70s music, and some of them are gonna have to do with dogs.
Yeah. And then she had like 2 pets on this, and it's like they made Cruella, well, like for most part, like very like okay, it was like I'm on your side and doing this, but again, it's like one of those things where like this woman is crazy. She wants to like skin dogs and do all this other stuff in the original. So like it really took me a while to go like, okay, this is a different version. She wouldn't do that and blah blah blah. And then like some fight scenes, and then like I don't know, I was just painfully bored through most of the movie. And then like that ending scene where like she gets like pushed off a building, and then it's like you didn't hear 100 people walk outside and see that. Like, are you fucking like? It's just like there's certain things that like, and then she has like a parachute. And it's just I don't know. And then I thought it was funny how like they sort of switched how like certain people act. Like some people acted like, oh, this is like some 70s era, just like serious thing, but then some people acted like super cartoony, like Corelli's Balls, like, I do say this is the most appealing thing I've ever seen before in my life. You need to clean this place. I was like, who the fuck are you? Like, what is this? What's going on here? Like, I hate it.
No, I you know what? I gotta admit, I didn't know what to expect from the Joker Wears Prada, but now that I've seen it,
Don't you think it's weird? Okay, so like that last scene where like the Cruella gets pushed off of the cliff or whatever. You would think that lady wouldn't want a security camera pointing exactly at that area, because they very specifically like in all like with not only with the people that came out to the courtyard, there were the security camera people that like they cut to that were like like, oh my God, that lady just got like, if that's your prime killing spot, you don't want a security camera there.
Prime killing spot.
Right?
So I kill my intern.
She uses it over and over every time.
I just don't get like I mean, I get that apparently the body's washed to sea and okay, but yeah, like cuz she clearly like references like oh, which person did I kill that you're referring to. And yeah, it's like
you'd think a detective
at some point they're gonna be like, dude,
all these people are dying like right like around the time that the party's happening at your house.
Can you stop hosting parties, please? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this is my killing spot. It's what I do. What people do.
I just push people off cliffs with my Dalmatians.
What I do with killing spot.
Yeah.
It's silly.
Yeah, it felt very convoluted.
Yeah.
Like the whole
Yes.
all of it just it was very extra, both in the I need to do this because of this. Yeah. It was like okay. Like,
No, well, like. Mm-hmm.
No, go on, Jack. You got something.
No. It's just like, and then like, what was it like? Was like Jasper trying to get with Corella or something like that?
I don't know. It's
like,
weird. It's a weird relationship
like-
thing that they got going on.
I was like, what the frick is what's going on here? And then like, I don't know, like, and then like, okay, who else? Like, who else? Like, oh my god, like the two dogs that they have. And it's like, okay, so you have these two pet dogs. Like I could never see these Horace and Jasper like become the ones in freaking 101 Dalmatians. Just
right.
like I just
Right.
never ever see that.
And that's
Never
what
at
I'm
all.
confused
It's just
about. Is I'm like Cruella likes dogs in this movie. Like
right.
what the hell?
Mhm.
By the way, a Quiet Storm in the chat said prime killing spot Among Us flashbacks, and I'm just imagining like she does it and then she vents and she's like, aha,
Yeah.
She's
The parachute is her vent way. So it's
Viva watching the security cams.
All of the people that watch to push that person off ran to the emergency meeting button. Yeah. I felt in general just my attitude towards this movie has just been like meh. Like I feel like the only time I really enjoyed the movie was when Cruella was upstaging the Baroness at like certain like events, like with all the lavish outfits, like especially like the garbage dumpster like one that she pulled. That was like the most iconic one, and I'm just like, that's pretty cool. But then that was just such a short amount of the movie, and I'm just like, god damn it, that was like the best parts.
Right. It goes to show you that like why Cruella? There's actually a film in here somewhere, but why Cruella? You retcon her dog killing ways, and also like Sarah Race, where you all said like the Baroness here is like my designated killing spot. It's like, dude, you guys, like, you were hosting a party with 200 people right over there, and you're within eyes reach of like the shoving place. Like, come on. And then like I think it was Horace, like he's the skinny guy, right?
Jasper's the skinny one.
Yeah.
No.
Well, he's from Game of Thrones, that actor, and
he's also from. What was it? He's also from Cobra Kai.
Oh, I haven't gone that far in it yet, then. But yeah, I guess Cruella's dumb. There's it was announced today that they're doing a prequel with like Gaston LeFou, like live action, and someone did a quote tweet being like, "What did a woman who could read kill Gaston's parents or something?"
I hope so.
Oh my god.
No,
They already ruined that one with a live action movie.
a librarian killed my parents.
Josh,
You're right, Laura.
my
Like, the live
son's
action-
parents were killed by books.
We're gonna
Some
sympathize
stupid shit.
with Gaston. Yeah, it was actually a chicken. That's why he eats so many eggs.
If this is some elaborate way to do the Kingdom Hearts initiative, then I guess I'll put up with it. But I doubt that's gonna happen.
That'd be.
Wait, are you serious about this prequel?
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah,
posted.
it's actually a real thing. I'll link it.
Yeah, it's
here
a
you go.
series going to be on
Oh my
Disney
God.
Plus.
Nightmare.
There's a Gaston.
There you go.
Gaston.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well,
prequel.
shall we get into our next topic then? Speaking of Disney Plus announcements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. If we've I think everyone has.
Everybody said their piece about Cruella.
We all agree that
Awful
it's
bloody
masterpiece.
film, mate.
I just was frustrated that I'm like, I mean, if anything, I'm at least like, how are they going to justify this 101 Dalmatian scenario now?
Yeah.
And you guys,
Yeah,
also
exactly.
They're not.
Yeah. It's
Unless
like
he,
it's like
shaves them or something.
she turns into Glenn Close, and then we're like, okay.
Oh, that'd be some shit. That'd be some work around. Oh wow.
So I don't know about animal breeding.
Good.
Yeah, right? I mean, like, I have no reason to, but is it the same as like with humans where you try to separate?
What you're talking about is eugenics, Race, and we don't do that.
No, I know we don't. I don't know about like with animals.
Alright,
Like now that Sarah pointed that out, now I'm like really stuck on this whole Pongo and Perdita or brother and sister thing, and I'm like, is that like?
Dated, I'm from Dalmatian.
God.
Oh God.
Well, Race, I'm curious. What are you getting at?
No, I just don't again with animal breeding, I don't know. Like, do they say like, oh no, we need to get a dog from a different something? How far they separate things, or I don't know. I don't know what animals do.
Well, typically it's encouraged to like not breed within the family.
I would figure. Okay, so in other words, we got a problem going into the sequel.
I mean, that's why, like, I don't know, the Animal Kingdom is hardcore like that. And you're right, we are seeing, why brother and sister? It's just a needless thing. Like, who cares?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Disney thought about it.
Well, do we know that they're from the same Dalmatians? Do we know that? Do we know they weren't just purchased?
I mean, I feel like it was directly referenced that one dog was pregnant, and then the next scene is literally Anita and Roger being gifted dogs. And I don't even know why Cruella would gift Roger a dog anyway. She doesn't like him.
Right.
If I'm being honest,
he's singing a hate song about her.
Yeah. If I'm being honest though, like when you first said this, for a second in my head, I thought you were saying that that Roger and Anita were siblings, and I was like, wow, now that's really weird too.
No.
Zootopia.
What? All right, moving on from Cruella.
I saw. Okay, so there's a bit of news. It's already been like announced, but they released more stuff like the intro and some more art today. But Chippendale Park Life.
Chippendale Park Life.
Prequel of how they fought Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, and how they came to blows.
Right, that's pretty good.
Okay, since we're on the topic of siblings, I have a question for all of you.
Yeah.
All right. I want each of you to tell me: are Chippendale brothers or best friends who aren't related?
I thought they were like best friends, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
Well, you would know, like
Disney...
you and Sarah would know. So like that's
it has not been canonically confirmed.
Yeah, I feel like in general Disney refers them as friends.
I always thought that they were best
friends. Except for Kingdom Hearts, which apparently in some of the descriptions for Chippendale and Kingdom Hearts, they are considered brothers. And I feel like overseas, like in Japan, I feel like it's more of a thing of them being like maybe brothers rather than friends.
But what are those? Oh, go ahead, Bryce.
I was just gonna say that makes some of the art online problematic.
I just watched the intro and she's got their nut.
Is that a girl?
I don't know if it's a
I thought that was a boy.
It's
like
either way.
Like one of those surfer dudes.
They gave her his seed.
She's got those bedroom eyes.
Oh, wait! I want to see this bedroom chipmunk. I want to see this.
What were those freaking chipmunk things with Looney Tunes that are always polite to each other?
Oh yeah, that's fuck what? Wait, is Hero here? He'll know.
Yeah.
Hero.
Hi,
Hero.
Hey.
The Looney Tunes versions of Chippendale. What are they called?
Yeah, are they like fairy dogs or whatever?
Macintosh.
Yeah, Macintosh.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Macintosh, Jesus.
That's stupid. Macintosh.
That was crazy. I joined in. Everyone's like, "Hey, Hero!" I was like, "Oh my god!" Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. This new character, this new chipmunk character, seems like They could be either male or female character.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying girl because like usually character designs with that kind of hairstyle are usually girls.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Considering they're bald, so to speak.
Remember, Normal is a
has
boy.
A little top to hair.
He has a tough hair.
Yeah.
Compared to that, though, they're bald.
I guess. I mean, Clarice doesn't have hair.
She didn't just get their nut; she took their nut.
That reminds me of that kid from Mighty Max. That one with the nut right there. I don't know. Yeah, that's.
Dale offered it as peace.
Are you sure? Is that Dale or is that Chip? That looks like Chip's arm.
Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, it is Chip's arm.
Chip gave.
You're correct.
The nut. What would Gadget think?
Yeah, I'm just looking through the intro here. I see there's like a Beagle Boy.
Yeah.
There's a reference to Donald. Wow, I just forgot that they literally opened with just
Chip's butt.
Chip's ass is like the opening of this.
Yeah. I also say that cop has a weird face. It's like a trapezoid.
Yeah, it is.
It's interesting that we have the humans and we have
like the way the mouth opens.
Humans. They're all like DuckTales version. Like
yeah, they're all like dog people or whatever.
They're all like freaking Goof Troop, motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say, there's Pluto, there's Donald.
And Donald's gonna be in it.
There's a lot of interesting focus points here.
I absolutely love like the style. I took some screenshots of it earlier today, and I was like, "Man, the designs are so good, and I love the expressions. Like, look at that! Look at."
I heard some people were having trouble with them. Like, people were like, "I don't like it," and I'm like, "Okay."
People don't like any new design when it comes out. Most things, like even if it looks really good, people are like, "It doesn't capture the thing." Like, I can't tell you how many times I saw people complaining about fucking the 2003 Ninja Turtles compared to the 87
I saw people
ones.
complaining about Samus's new suit, and I'm like,
"Oh my god,
what?
New suit is like perfection. It's like wonderful."
Yeah, it looks awesome.
But yeah, I'm excited about should be our
blue Samus.
Like it seems like most people like it though, as far as like the new Samus.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Looks so cute. I can't wait for all the new merchandise. Hopefully.
Is Gadget gonna make a cameo? Because like they'll probably do something like that to like tie it into Rescue Rangers or something like some reason. That'd be awesome.
These pigeons are getting effed up.
Are we gonna learn how Chip gets his hat and Dale gets his Magnum PI shirt?
We in the original series we do learn where Chip gets his hat at least.
Well, from Indiana. But like, who's he get it from?
I'm trying to remember.
I don't know. I'm asking.
I'm trying to remember. Doesn't he get it? He gets it in the thing. Sarah, aren't you a fan? Are you a fan? Did we meet through the show?
Yeah, I just don't remember this instance of where
I thought he got it from the like the guy from the dog, the cop dog, and he's like, they're like, we look up to you. I can't think of where he got the hat now.
Cop dog.
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Oh damn.
I don't know what cop dog you're talking about.
There's a 5-parter.
Okay.
About their origin. There's a whole origin story.
Yeah.
I
know.
I just don't remember where the hell it came from.
I just don't.
Never mind.
I don't.
I'm dumb. Yeah, we need to find it out.
Where's Ryan Walterson when you need him?
Fans.
That was episode 16 of the 5th season.
Listen.
To be fair, if you ask me some pony questions, I'd be like, bro, I don't remember. Like, what? I don't remember that.
Yeah. Where did Applejack get her hat?
Yeah, what episode?
She has many. Doesn't she have like many in her closet?
Yeah, she has like a whole closet full of hats.
Yeah.
There's not like a special one.
Right.
Those freaking fan comics made you believe.
So you do the search.
I am pretty tired of that trope in cartoons. It's like we always wear the same clothes, and why do we always wear the same clothes? Because we have a closet full of them. It's like, okay, I get it. It was funny, like in Dexter's Lab, and then like I got tired of it.
Well, they can't like. I think isn't it like because it's just easier for them just to be the same thing every day instead of just like, oh, whatever, like change it. Like a show that I respect that actually changed the characters' clothes every episode was The Weekenders on Disney. Like if you go watch The Weekenders, they change their clothes so frequently. It's just like, oh shit, I forgot this. Yeah, I respect that.
Oh, my Ginger did that too.
Yeah,
sorry,
Nice.
I have to read this because I was looking up how Chip got his hat, and there's like the fandom wiki, that someone put this all together, and I just want to read this sentence explaining how Chip got his hat because it's buck wild. In the massacre that follows, Chip ends up getting a new fedora hat similar to Drake's. This part is strangely cut from the later airings and even the DVD release. And Fat Cat and his men make their retreat as Dale pours soap out of a box to distract the twins and the workers by having the fish trapped inside bubbles. And I'm just like reading this and I'm like, what in the fuck?
You don't remember that?
I honestly don't.
I don't know why they cut it out. We can't have this origin story.
I don't know.
We got a super chat, it looks like, from Anime Guy. I don't know if it's spoiler, you tell me.
Let's see. No. Anime Guy 1 says, in the show we find out this is post DuckTales where Chip and Dale left Monterey and Gadget.
Wait, is that confirmed or is that
No.
just... Oh, yeah. I was like, how do you know this already?
This is
Okay.
post DuckTales. We're chipping. Oh wow.
Oh, and then they have to reconnect and somehow don't remember Monterey Jack.
I think in general this is just more of akin to the old Chip and Dale rather than the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Gotcha.
Gadgets in Russia, just like.
All right, let's see here. All right, shall we get into the next topic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've man, the time has flown today.
Yes.
Like
It has.
We've had some good talk. This is why I do love podcasts where we just kind of tangent and see where things land because, I mean, man, we had some good conversation here tonight.
Womp.
That being said, womp, the womp. That being said, we mentioned that we were going to be talking about this through Twitter. Coming up in August, Everfree Northwest. Sorry, I'm eating something. My food posts are bottle caps.
Yeah.
So, Everfree Northwest going to be happening in August, and I don't even think you're necessarily going to see you might, but we've already been announced for this convention, but like a year and a half ago. We were going to be there for Everfree Northwest 2020, and which obviously didn't happen. Everfree Northwest 2021 is happening. It is going to be an in-person convention. Some of us are going to be out there, and really looking forward to this. I've been so deprived of conventions. I'm ready and to stuff my face with friends again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's how we're wording it.
Blue cheese, Hirosashii. How? See. Every time that you guys made fun of me saying, how often do we get blue cheese? Now I want you to think about what happened in the last year and a half. And never question me again about why we need to eat as much as we can.
Live each blue cheese like it's our last.
Yes, especially with my butter soup. It just might be.
Oh God.
But yeah, no, looking forward to that. August, I believe I see it posted here, 13th to the 15th. So right in the middle of August, if you're able to make it out. That'll be great. It'll be good to see everyone again.
Yeah.
And Everfree Northwest, I know they're doing their best to, have everything as we are still, coming out of the pandemic, having things in place to make it as safe as they can for everybody. So, absolutely trust and have all the faith in their staff. Everfree Northwest has
has a great reputation, and I'm hoping that they're able to, get things back going up to speed, because we had been talking about how interesting it was going to be to see how conventions kind of line up with attendance after BronyCon had ended, and we never really got far enough from BronyCon finishing to see what was going to happen, because at least our last one that we went to was Ponyville Cider Fest in 2019, which was just a few months after BronyCon. So just again, just looking forward to getting back doing this stuff again.
Everyone's gonna be 75 years old.
There's gonna be like little kids that we've seen at the conventions are gonna be the same size, but they're gonna have like white beards.
I went to go get my hair trimmed the other day, and my hairdresser was like, "Oh, those gray hairs really coming in," and I'm like, "Yeah."
It's like, wow, you just commented on it, didn't you? You really just said it, huh?
Yeah, Sarah's looking for a new hairstylist.
We'll be carrying around a Final Draft's urn.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes.
We should just do that at conventions, because he said he's done with Brony conventions, so we'll just carry his ashes to conventions.
Draft was, if like reading that tweet of his when he's like, "I'm done with Brony conventions, except for special circumstances." I'm like, shut up, Draft. That means that it's the exact same as it's been for the last 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
My boy, shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. Shut your anus.
I was shut your anus. I was just watching today the Ponyville Cider Fest 2019 vlog when actually some of us will finally remember this. Unfortunately, one won't, or two won't. But it was Friday morning of Cider Fest, and we were going to get breakfast and walking through the snow and the ice, and it was Jax, Hero, and Gabe and I. And
I remember that.
Gabe found the pizza. Saber and Laura had traveling situation from hell.
Oh, we did.
Oh yeah.
Remember when we were stuck in DC, hun, and we kept getting shot down? That was awful. That was, and I try to be optimistic for like the first 5 hours.
Yeah, I know. And I was just like, after 2, I'm like, oh.
Well, to be fair, you actually were in really good spirits, and you're like, you know what, this sucks, but I think I'm just excited about the pony convention. At least we're getting out there tonight, and I can just
Which is
see.
big for me, by the way, because I hate airports.
Yeah, I was surprised. I'm like, Laura's like, oh, this is great. And then I just saw like the optimism being wiped away from her face, and I'm like, no.
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 Oh no.
It was a bad time.
Yeah, I laughed out loud, not at you guys when I went back to watch this, but more of that had to be the last convention you had to then wait on for that long, because it was like seriously that
was the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I'm like, oh god. Like you guys didn't have a normal convention. I think the one before that was BronyCon, where you didn't have traveling problems.
No, we just drove.
Yeah. So you're gonna drive again.
At the time, I was very close to Baltimore, so it wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
It was like it was a stone's throw over.
Yeah. Saber picking us up from the airport at 4 a.m. and us.
Oh my god, that's right.
Putting all the bags.
In the car.
Gabe and his brother
in his car
got stuck with a crap load of merchandise that wasn't even theirs.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Speaking of womp.
Right.
but what a memorable ride to the convention center we had.
I'm surprised they're able to fit all that stuff into my car. I was like, wow, my car's like scraping, like
Britt Mullen sends a super chat saying, "The last time I saw y'all, I was getting engaged at Ponyville Cider Fest 2019. I'm so excited for an in real life con again."
That's right. Britt was engaged during the Who's Line panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gabe serenaded her and gave her the sweet singings of key lime pie.
Whoa, Gabe. She just got engaged.
She hadn't been engaged yet. It was directly
following.
It was directly following where her boyfriend went, "Oh crap! I better do this right now." Kidding, of course. Andy and Britt got engaged on that during that good times, and then Anime Guy
sends a super chat saying, "Saber, I remember talking with you that Thursday and how everything was going. Was so happy to see you that Friday evening."
Oh, it's always good to see folks at cons. It's definitely gets you out there and get to be like, hey, there's people in the world, yay!
Wow, actually today kind of marks 2 months from Everfree Northwest. Dang. Bring it on. That's what I say. We actually ended up having a bit of a full podcast here, so might hold Q&A for, I guess, the next podcast.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Of course, as I slowly round this up, if anyone wants to super chat any questions, we'll still answer them. But, yeah, we're going to be back in 2 weeks. And that would be
the
30th of June. Hopefully it's cooler. I just saw I have to say this right. Mila B says racist videos vlogs at cons are amazing. Thank you, B. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, and always love when people get to enjoy them as much as I do. Well, I'll have the cameras charged up. I tell ya, I'm gonna be vlogging them hard again.
Got a couple
Nice.
of super chats in here. Britt Mullen sends another super chat saying, "Oh my god, I need to make y'all more pie. I have made key lime pie exactly once since that weekend. I made 3 key lime pies that weekend."
Yes, you were busy with key lime pie that weekend, and we appreciated that key lime pie. I think we had it for breakfast one morning.
We did.
And then Fritz Roll sends a super chat. Thank you, Fritz Roll. Hey guys, next week I'm doing my first ever road trip from North Carolina to Virginia to maybe
Maryland.
MD. Depends on friends' plans to New Jersey to
Massachusetts.
My question related to that is, what have been your favorite road trip moments?
Ooh, road trip moments. We had a good road trip. It wasn't a long road trip per se. It was a couple hours, but Saber, Sarah, and I going out to the first Fiesta Equestria.
Good times.
It's so funny because as we were driving out there, we didn't even know if we had a room. Like a weird situation popped up, and we were like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even know we were out.
Dude, that was so weird. Like, this is again why I love the Bernie fandom, because it's just pure chaos. Where I recall one night where like fake Jenny Nicholson was running around.
Yeah.
I think she had to go crash in like the basement of some con organizer's mom. At least that's what I remember being told.
Yeah.
Then I saw Flutterwut in the like elevator acting all depressed with his scarf wrapped around his head.
God bless.
And yeah, God bless. And then like where did we even sleep that night?
We bought a room. We ended up paying for a night. Yeah, and we built a pillow.
We
fort.
did. That's right. I mean that's been immortalized in a picture. Good God! Like whenever I ask myself, like, how could this even operate? Not Fiesta, not exactly, but like, I don't know. The fact that con even happened, let alone 3 times, blows my mind. Where I'm like, Jesus, how did this just maybe whatever? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Whatever.
Does anyone else have favorite road trip moments?
To be honest, it's gonna be that same road trip, but when we stopped at that Dickies, like right before it was closing.
The jerky bar? Get out of here. Are you kidding me?
Yes. Bucky's.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not Dickies. You're right. Oh, that's right. That one person working there who was like so done.
Yeah.
We were ordering
Like
our
holding
food.
up their big machete knife that they were cutting the meat with.
Started stabbing it into the table, going, "Don't come in here!" So the people walking in were like, "Holy shit, let's go."
Did we leave?
I think was it Hero? I heard somebody else piping up with one.
No, I just said,
I think it was Gabe.
Gabe's here.
Gabe?
I've not spoken
Hi.
to Gabe in like
Hi,
Gabe.
Gabe's
I
here!
just landed like 2 minutes ago, 1 minute ago.
Yeah.
I went flying.
Nice.
So we're driving away from my flying field right now.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Well, thanks for joining the podcast.
We're
I was
wrapping up.
listening to it while I was in the air.
Were you?
Big fan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard it when I landed. I was like, "Oh, the crap! The podcast."
Big fan. Not a big enough fan to super chat though.
no, that's fine and understandable.
Speaking of super chats,
We know that VAs aren't paid that well, so
we do have we do have a super chat from Bitterworks. Hey, just finished watching Invincible. Do you have any recommendations for similar shows? Also, what are your thoughts on the shows if you've watched it?
I haven't seen it.
If you like
You
Invincible,
should
watch
watch
The
it.
Boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
watch The Boys. And then they're probably going to do a series called Irredeemable. I'm calling it right now just because Irredeemable is another effed up superhero thing where they like make Superman out to be bad. Some shit. Just watch it.
This bad guy. What are you talking about?
How dare you?
I feel like.
All right, Lex Luthor.
No, it's just honestly, if I'm saying this right now, if this series called Irredeemable gets picked up by Amazon, Jeff Bezos is just Lex Luthor dimension hopping. Like it's just clear as
Right.
day. Like there's no concept. It's just, okay.
The best part about that is that like they're all made by Amazon as well. So it's like
Yeah.
he just wants to be like, yes, I want to present myself as Lex Luthor.
Exactly. It's just like, oh god.
We just announced he's flying to like the moon. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm rich enough to fly to the moon." It's like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Why not? So to finish things off, Gabe, I'm curious because I just feel like you would have one. In regards to the favorite road trip like memory. Have you done much road tripping?
Done a lot of road tripping.
Do you have a favorite moment that comes to mind?
Gosh, I have a lot of moments. I can only think of a few that were scary. We were in South Dakota, and there was a storm cell building over, and it was getting bigger. And then we started seeing fingers, and we started going, crap. And there was like mom listening to the radio, and they're like, "Hey, there's a tornado. It's touchdown between mile markers 60 and 70," and we were at like 64. And we're like, we couldn't see anything. The rain was crazy. The hail was crazy. And at a random moment, mom started slowing down the car, and she said, "Okay, when the car stops, we're all jumping out and we're laying down in the ditch." And we're like, "No, mom, no, you're crazy. No, we're not going to do that. No." And she got down to about 5 miles an hour. And then at the last second, she said, "Oh, crap. Hang on, guys." And she just floored it. And we just drove as fast as we could. Felt like for like an hour. It was probably for like 10 minutes until we got out of the worst of the storm. That was a pretty fun one.
Whew.
What are you?
What?
It's
What episode was this?
This was part of the prequel series.
Was this season 2 or 3? Okay, I missed it.
Season 12.
So like we said, as long as we're getting super chats, we'll answer them. Nora Mermaid did send one in saying, "I'm back. Hi, question for Gabe." Go figure, right, Gabe?
Yeah. Brag to all of us that you went to Disney World. Whatever.
My question is, favorite Disney snack? Personally, love the Mickey pretzels. Kay, love you and miss you.
Dole Whip.
Oh, Dole Whip is so good, but it's technically a Hawaiian snack.
No, it's trademarked by Disney. Dole Whip.
That's true. Okay, all right, you win.
That's the goofy
I like
that
the
takes you to
churros.
jail.
I like the cookies and cream churros.
No, that's my answer.
I know it is.
He does not. He doesn't even. He literally tried it for the first time like 10 days ago. That is my favorite Disney snack, but I also really like, and this is weird because I hate caramel and I hate toffee, but I really like the churro toffee. It's very good.
Honestly, I usually don't buy snacks in Disney World. I'm usually just going on the rides and standing in the lines, of course.
No, I have all the snacks.
But I don't know. I like getting, for some reason, when I'm in Disney World or Disneyland, I crave pickles.
Yes.
Me too.
That's
but I
my
don't know if
second
that's
favorite.
like they're so good. But I mean, it's not really a Disney snack. But I'd say the snack I bought the most in Disneyland is those giant dill pickles.
Dude, at like Bengal barbecue. Oh my gosh, I love those pickles.
The beignets are good too.
I'm an ice cream guy. I always love when I'm with a big group of friends and we're like, hey, let's get those giant cookie with ice cream stuff in
sandwiches.
No, not a sandwich. Just it's in its cup, but it's like big, and I'm like, yes.
Oh.
And it's irresponsible, and I love it.
Okay, I'm back.
My
What are we talking
favorite
about?
Disney snack is Esmeralda.
See the fire?
No, it's all about Elastigirl. Okay, there we go. That's a good snack.
Esmeralda.
Do the body good.
It's freaking right. What is that?
Judy Hopps. I don't get it.
What is that?
Why are
I
girls?
don't know.
Oh, it's an ATV.
UFO.
Gabe's working on. By the way, I completely forgot this, and I'm a little bit ashamed that I did when we were talking about what we did in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Gabe and Claire were here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Made our house.
And I tooted in the cow.
Gabe, I mean, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but since you did, I don't know what you ate, but it was awesome.
You do know what I ate? I ate at Outback Steakhouse, bro. I ate an entire onion.
Well, so did I, but I didn't have what you had going on.
That is true. I don't know what happened. Honestly, truthfully, like I rarely.
Everybody go tweet at Black Griffin right now that he smells terrible.
Thank you, Claire. That's great. I'm so glad I'm dating you. I rarely rip them at that ungodly power level. I would call that Vesuvius level.
Yeah.
Like sulfur deluxe.
It was bad.
It was terrible. It was, and I could barely handle it. Normally, I'm like, oh yeah.
And we're all sitting on the couch together, all trying to like not bring it up, and then Gabe's the one who goes, "Okay, I'm sorry."
I started every like 5 to 10 minutes. I would stand up and walk away, and then walk back. And the worst thing is they were quiet. So I go, oh, I passed my house, of course. All right. The worst thing is they were quiet, so I couldn't even get the satisfaction of like the warning sound.
Oh my god. Yeah. Apparently, I now know what Yellowstone smells like, according to Gabe. So.
Yeah, it's pretty. I would say it's a pretty accurate. I'm a good impressionist, you see. And for my next impression, Old Faithful.
Oh god. But no, that was fun. It was good to have you. And
Good to be there. I learned about my brain.
yeah, you did.
That's all I'm gonna say.
From Jeff.
From me. The only other thing I'm going to mention is that we watched a hell of a lot of old Who's Lines and had a
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I'm ready
Nostalgia.
to I'm ready to
Farts and funnies.
farts and funnies. I'm ready to make more memories. Can't wait.
Band.
So with that, I think now, Sarah, we're going to thank our super chatters.
Yeah. For some reason, YouTube super chat, like keeping track of them, has been a little broken. So I'm gonna try, picking up the pieces and putting them together. Thank you to Britt Mullen, Anime Guy 01, Fritz Roll, Bitterworks, Nora Mermaid, and I do believe that Jurassic also sent in a super chat. Unfortunately, I can't look back far enough in the chat to see who else we might have missed. I think I got everybody. I hope so. If we did not get to you, I apologize, and also thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Like we said, we'll see you all in 2 weeks.
On the 30th.
We're the Semi-Perfect Podcast, and we hope you all have a good night. Stay cool, everybody.
Dan Pony.
Mm-hmm.